Hey everyone, welcome back to English in Real Life. I'm Ray, and I'm here with my good friend Mia today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mia. We're so happy you're here learning English with us today.
So Mia, how are you doing today? How's your morning going?
Oh, Ray, honestly, my morning has been interesting. I woke up early, I made coffee, and then I sat down to work on something important. But guess what I did instead?
What did you do?
I organized my desk. I cleaned my keyboard. I even rearranged my bookshelf. Everything except the thing I was supposed to do.
Oh no, that sounds very familiar to me. So you were procrastinating.
Yes, exactly. I was procrastinating. That's actually what I want to talk about today.
Perfect, because I procrastinate too. Everyone does, right? But what does procrastinate really mean?
Good question. Let me explain. When you procrastinate, it means you delay doing something. You know you should do it, but you keep pushing it to later.
Yes, you push it to later. You say, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it later. But later never comes.
Yes, exactly. So today we're going to talk about procrastination, how to talk about it in English, how to explain when you procrastinate, and maybe some tips to stop procrastinating.
This is going to be really useful. So everyone watching, get comfortable, maybe grab some coffee or tea, and let's learn together.
So, Ray, let me ask you something. When do you procrastinate the most? Like, what kinds of things do you avoid doing?
That's a good question. I think I procrastinate the most with boring tasks, like paying bills, doing laundry, or writing emails.
Oh, yes, those boring everyday things. I totally understand. What about you? When do you procrastinate? For me, it's usually big projects. Like if I have something big to do, something important, I feel nervous about it, and then I just don't start.
Oh, I know that feeling. You feel nervous, so you avoid it, and then you feel more nervous because you didn't start.
Yes, it's like a circle, a bad circle. We call that a vicious cycle in English.
Vicious cycle. That's a good phrase. Can you explain that?
Sure, a vicious cycle means that one bad thing causes another bad thing, and then that bad thing causes the first bad thing again. It keeps going and going like a circle.
So with procrastination, you don't start because you're nervous, then you feel more nervous because you didn't start, and then you procrastinate more.
Exactly. That's a perfect example of a vicious cycle.
Okay, so let's talk about some common phrases people use when they talk about procrastination. This will help our viewers understand and use these phrases in real life.
Great idea. So the first one is simple. I'm putting it off. This means you're delaying something. You're not doing it now.
Right, I'm putting it off. For example, I could say, I need to clean my car, but I keep putting it off.
Perfect. Another phrase is, I'll do it later. We say this all the time when we procrastinate.
Oh yes, I'll do it later is probably the most common phrase. My wife hears me say this every day.
Does she get annoyed?
Sometimes she'll say, Ray, you always say you'll do it later, but when is later? And she's right.
That's funny, but it's true. Later is not a real time. It's just someday, maybe never.
Another phrase I use a lot is, I'm not in the mood. This means I don't feel like doing it right now.
Oh, yes, I'm not in the mood. This is very common. For example, I should exercise today, but I'm not in the mood.
Or, I need to study, but I'm not in the mood. We use this phrase for many situations.
Here is another good one. I work better under pressure. Some people say this when they procrastinate. They wait until the last minute because they think they work better when they're stressed.
I used to say this in college. I would wait until the night before an exam to study, and I would tell myself, oh, I work better under pressure.
Did you? Did you really work better?
No, not really. I was just making excuses. I was just trying to feel better about procrastinating.
That's honest. I think many people do this. We make excuses to feel less guilty about procrastinating.
Speaking of excuses, what are some common excuses people make when they procrastinate?
Oh, there are so many. One common excuse is, I don't have enough time right now. But the truth is, we're probably wasting time on other things.
Yes, like scrolling on our phones, watching videos, or just staring at the wall.
Exactly. Another excuse is, I need to be in the right mindset. People say, I'm not ready mentally. I need to prepare myself first.
Oh, I say this sometimes. I need to be in the right mindset. But really, I'm just avoiding the work.
Right. We wait for the perfect moment, but the perfect moment never comes.
What's another excuse?
Here's a big one. I work better when I'm inspired. Some people wait to feel inspired before they start working.
Yes, I'm waiting for inspiration. But inspiration doesn't always come when we want it to.
Exactly. Sometimes we just need to start, even if we don't feel inspired. The inspiration can come while we're working.
That's very true. You know, Mia, I want to share a personal story about procrastination. Is that okay?
Of course, I'd love to hear it.
So, a few months ago, I needed to write an important report for work. It was due in 2 weeks. I had plenty of time.
Okay, 2 weeks sounds like enough time.
Yes, but you know what I did? On the first day, I said, I have 2 weeks. I'll start tomorrow.
Oh no, I can see where this is going.
Yes. So the next day came and I said, I still have 13 days. I'll start tomorrow. And then the next day, the same thing.
You kept pushing it off?
Exactly. I kept pushing it off. Every day I said, I have time. I'll do it tomorrow. And then suddenly, it was the night before the deadline.
Oh no! What did you do?
I stayed up all night. I didn't sleep at all. I drank so much coffee. I was so stressed and tired. And the report, it wasn't my best work.
That sounds terrible. How did you feel after that?
I felt awful. I was so tired, and I was disappointed in myself. I kept thinking, why did I wait so long? I had 2 weeks.
Did you learn anything from that experience?
Yes, I learned that procrastinating makes everything harder. If I had started early, I could have worked a little bit each day. It would have been so much easier and less stressful.
That's a great lesson. And thank you for sharing that story. I think many people can relate to it.
I hope so. I hope people watching can learn from my mistake.
You know, Ray, I have a story too. Can I share it?
Please, I'd love to hear it.
Okay, so this happened last year. I wanted to learn how to play the guitar. I was so excited about it.
Oh, that's cool. Did you learn?
Well, I bought a guitar, a beautiful guitar. I also bought some books and found free lessons online.
That sounds like a good start.
Yes, but here's what happened. On the first day, I was very excited. I played for about 20 minutes. It was fun.
Okay, so far so good.
But then the next day, I was busy. So I said, I'll practice tomorrow. And then tomorrow came and I was tired. So I said, I'll practice tomorrow.
I think I know how this story ends.
Yes, I kept saying tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. And now the guitar is in my closet. I haven't touched it in months.
Oh no. Do you feel bad about it?
Yes, I do. Every time I see that guitar, I feel guilty. I think I wasted money. I gave up. I'm a quitter.
But you're not a quitter. You just procrastinated. That happens to everyone.
Thank you for saying that. But I learned something important. When we procrastinate, we don't just lose time, we also lose opportunities to learn and grow.
That's very wise, Mia. And it's true. Every day we put something off is a day we could have been learning or improving.
Exactly. So now I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to start things right away, even if I only work on them for 10 minutes.
That's a good strategy. Even 10 minutes is better than nothing.
Yes, and you know what? Usually, once I start, I want to keep going. The hard part is just starting.
I've noticed that too. Starting is the hardest part. Once you start, it's easier to continue.
So, Ray, let's talk about why people procrastinate. What do you think are the main reasons?
That's interesting. I think one big reason is fear. People are afraid of failing or making mistakes.
Yes, fear is huge. If you're afraid of doing something wrong, you might not want to start at all.
Right. It's like if I don't try, I can't fail. But that's not really true, is it?
No, it's not, because not trying is also a kind of failure. Another reason is perfectionism. Some people want everything to be perfect.
Oh, perfectionists. Yes, I know some people like this. They think if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all.
Exactly, but nothing is ever perfect. We just need to do our best and learn from our mistakes.
That's so true. What's another reason people procrastinate?
I think sometimes tasks feel too big or overwhelming. Like you look at a big project and think, this is too much. I don't know where to start.
Yes, when something feels too big, it's hard to begin. Your brain just freezes.
Yes, your brain freezes. That's a funny way to say it, but it's true. You can't think clearly because you're overwhelmed.
So, what can we do about that? How can we stop procrastinating?
Great question. Let's talk about some tips and strategies. I think these will help our viewers a lot.
Okay, the first tip I want to share is break big tasks into small steps. If something feels too big, make it smaller.
Yes, this is so important. For example, instead of saying, I need to write a 10-page report, you can say, today I'll write 1 page. Just 1 page.
Exactly. 1 page feels much easier than 10 pages. And once you finish that 1 page, you feel good. You feel accomplished.
Right, and then tomorrow you can write another page. Step by step, you'll finish the whole thing.
Another tip is set a timer. This is called the Pomodoro technique. Have you heard of it?
Yes, I love the Pomodoro technique. Can you explain it for our viewers?
Sure. So here's how it works. You set a timer for 25 minutes, and for those 25 minutes, you work on your task. No distractions, no phone, just work.
And when the timer rings?
Then you take a 5-minute break. You can walk around, get water, stretch, whatever you want. Then you start another 25 minutes.
This technique is great because 25 minutes doesn't feel long. You can tell yourself, I can do anything for 25 minutes.
Exactly. It makes work feel less scary and more manageable.
Here's another tip. Remove distractions. If you're easily distracted, put your phone in another room. Close unnecessary tabs on your computer. Make your workspace quiet and clean.
Yes, distractions are a big reason why people procrastinate. We say, oh, I'll just check my phone quickly, but then suddenly 30 minutes have passed.
Yes, so true. Social media is a huge distraction. We can spend hours scrolling without realizing it.
Another good tip is reward yourself. When you finish a task or reach a goal, give yourself a reward.
Oh, I like this one. What kind of rewards?
Anything you enjoy. Maybe a piece of chocolate, or watching your favorite show, or taking a nice walk. The reward motivates you to finish your work.
Yes, it gives you something to look forward to. You can think, if I finish this task, I can have ice cream.
Ice cream is a great motivator. Here's another tip. Tell someone about your goal. When you tell another person what you want to do, you feel more responsible.
That's true. It's called accountability. When someone knows about your goal, you don't want to disappoint them, so you're more likely to actually do it.
Right, you can tell a friend, a family member, or even post about it online. Just the act of sharing makes you more committed.
These are all great tips, Ray. I want to add one more. Be kind to yourself. If you procrastinate, don't beat yourself up about it.
What does beat yourself up mean?
Good question. Beat yourself up means to criticize yourself harshly, to be very negative and mean to yourself about your mistakes.
Ah, I understand. So don't be too hard on yourself.
Exactly. Don't be too hard on yourself. Everyone procrastinates sometimes. It's normal. The important thing is to recognize it and try to do better next time.
That's very good advice. We all make mistakes. We're all human. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to keep improving.
Yes, progress, not perfection. That's a good phrase to remember.
Progress, not perfection. I like that.
You know, Ray, I'm curious. After your experience with that report, did you change your habits? Do you procrastinate less now?
Well, I'm trying. I'm not perfect, but I'm more aware now. When I notice I'm procrastinating, I ask myself, why? Am I afraid? Am I overwhelmed? And then I try to address the real problem.
That's really smart. Self-awareness is so important.
What about you? How are you doing with your procrastination?
I'm also trying to be better. I actually made a plan for my guitar practice. I decided to practice just 10 minutes every day. 10 minutes. That's not scary at all.
And are you sticking to it?
Most days, yes. Some days I skip, but most days I practice. And you were right. Once I start, I usually play for longer than 10 minutes because I'm enjoying it.
That's wonderful. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It feels good to finally make progress on something I was avoiding.
You know what's interesting? We've been talking for a while now, and I realized that procrastination affects everyone. Students, workers, parents, everyone.
Yes, it's universal. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do, we all struggle with it sometimes.
There's no shame in that. The important thing is to understand why we do it and learn strategies to overcome it.
Absolutely. And talking about it helps too. When we talk about procrastination with friends or family, we realize we're not alone.
That's true. Sometimes just saying, I've been procrastinating on this, helps you feel less guilty and more motivated to start.
Ray, before we finish, let's do a quick role play. Let's show our viewers how people might talk about procrastination in real life. Does that sound good?
Sure, that's a great idea. So I'll be someone who's procrastinating on something, and you can give me advice. Ready?
Ready.
Hey Mia, I need to talk to you about something.
What's wrong? You sound stressed.
I am stressed. I have this big presentation at work next week. I need to prepare for it, but I just can't seem to start.
Oh no, how long have you been putting it off?
About a week. Every day I tell myself I'll start working on it, but then I find other things to do.
Why do you think you're avoiding it?
I guess I'm nervous. It's an important presentation. A lot of people will be there. What if I mess up?
I understand. It's scary to present in front of people. But Ray, you're good at your job. You know your stuff.
Thank you. But still, I feel paralyzed. I don't know where to start.
Okay, let's break it down. What do you need to do for this presentation?
Well, I need to make slides, I need to research some data, and I need to practice speaking.
Those are 3 different tasks. Which one feels easiest?
Probably researching the data. That's pretty straightforward.
Great. So why don't you start with that today? Just spend 30 minutes researching. That's it. Nothing else.
Just 30 minutes?
Just 30 minutes. Once you do that, you'll feel so much better. And tomorrow, you can work on the slides.
You know what? That actually sounds doable. 30 minutes isn't that scary.
Exactly. And remember, you don't have to do everything today. Just take the first step.
You're right. Thank you, Mia. I feel a little better now.
You're welcome. And hey, after you finish those 30 minutes, treat yourself to something nice. You deserve it.
I will. Thanks again.
Okay, that was our role play. I hope that showed you how people might talk about procrastination in real life.
Yes, and notice how we talked about the feelings behind procrastination. Fear, stress, being overwhelmed. These are all normal feelings.
And notice how I helped Ray break down the big task into smaller steps. That's one of the best strategies for dealing with procrastination.
So let's recap what we learned today. What are some key phrases for talking about procrastination?
I'm putting it off means you're delaying something. I'll do it later is what we say when we procrastinate. I'm not in the mood means you don't feel like doing it right now.
Good. And I work better under pressure is an excuse some people use when they wait until the last minute.
We also learned about vicious cycle, when one bad thing leads to another bad thing in a circle.
And we learned some strategies to stop procrastinating. Break big tasks into small steps, set a timer, remove distractions, reward yourself, tell someone about your goal.
And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you procrastinate. Just try to do better next time.
That's right. Progress, not perfection.
You know, Ray, this conversation was really helpful, not just for our viewers, but for me too. It reminds me that I'm not alone in struggling with procrastination.
Me too, and it's nice to talk about it openly and honestly. We don't have to pretend we're perfect.
Exactly. We're all learning and growing together.
So, to everyone watching, we have a question for you. What do you procrastinate on? Is it homework, cleaning, exercise, work projects?
Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, and maybe we can support each other.
Yes, and if you have any tips for fighting procrastination, share those too. We can all learn from each other.
Before we go, I want to say thank you for watching English in Real Life. We hope this conversation helped you learn new vocabulary and phrases about procrastination.
And we hope it helped you feel less alone if you struggle with procrastination. Remember, everyone does it sometimes. You're not alone.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more real English conversations.
We make new videos every day to help you learn English in a natural, fun way.
All right, Ray, I think it's time for us to go. We've been talking for a long time.
Yes, and hopefully I wasn't procrastinating on anything while we were talking.
Me neither. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Take care.
See you next time on English in Real Life. Bye.
Bye.